My dad was some kind of a man. Man, I could talk all day about my daddy.
Before you can understand who Jesse B. Bilberry Jr. is, it's best you understand who Bilberry Sr. was first.
My daddy was a hard-working man. We'd get up in the morning and sometime and work in the garden a couple hours before, and then come in and get ready, to go to school. Come back in the afternoon, same thing, we work.
Bilberry Sr. was a humble servant throughout his life. On weekdays, he helped educate students as a principal. On Sundays, he preached the word of God. But once he got home, it was all about his family.
He was an outstanding father, he was an outstanding husband, and he was an outstanding gentleman.
He watched that time, the family unit that his mom and his dad, and the love that they had for each other. And I think from then he realized how important family was.
We had to love each other. And he'd say it all the time, I'm the only one who would fuss around here. I'm the only one who's qualified to fuss. And sometimes it looked like he had ears. I don't know, he could hear a pin fall. Did I hear somebody fussing in there?
Being black in the South was hard during the 1940s and 50s.
He had that strong rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And don't do something to somebody else that you would not want done to you.
This golden rule helped Bilberry Sr. endure many challenges, even the ones that hurt his family at his own front door.
I remember one day, he decided we didn't want to go to work. And this white gentleman came, and he came up cursing and raising sand, and my mother and all of us were out there on the porch. And my dad had told him, say, look, that's my wife and children. He said, now, if you had me off somewhere by myself, I might would let you do that, but you're not gonna do that over my wife and my children. And he got in his car and he sped off, and we thought he was gonna go get a mob and come back, like that's what they did in those days. But you know what? We saw him coming back and we just knew there was gonna be trouble, and he got out and he said, Bilberry, I'm sorry. I came to, this was a white man, I came to apologize for the way I acted. And my dad he had a way that he'd get around to telling people how he thought, and they respected him for that.
The pride and integrity his father showed gave Jesse a bar to shoot for, a legacy to live up to.
My dad would go places, I'd go with him, and I would just stand and observe him. And I just said, one day I want to be just like my dad. He encouraged me, and he was my hero.
Jesse's father accomplished so much in his life, but the Lord called him home at the age of 56.
And he was well loved throughout the community. Everybody loved my daddy. When my daddy went out to be with the Lord, up until this day, that's the largest funeral I have ever attended.
The death of Bilberry Sr. was hard for Jesse. Losing a hero would be hard for anyone. Jesse undoubtedly had huge shoes to fill, but that's not a problem for someone with bigger feet.